We're back with another segment of Nap Time at Hogwarts, which is our ongoing.
Which I don't agree with the name of it.
Which is, you don't agree with any of the names I pick out. So, don't make me call you out on the show, okay? So, if you've been watching, we had a little bit of a break because you went away. It's okay.
Yes.
But we did original recipe Harry Potter. And then what did we do? Harry Potter Cruise Control. And now we've watched Harry Potter 3, Return of the King.
Prisoner of Azkaban. Gregory is very biased against these movies. Obviously, already. He hasn't even watched them.
No, these are funny references.
Anyway.
I had kind of a fun time watching this one. Would you like to go first or should I go first?
You go first.
Okay, so I've never seen this movie before. And this movie is from, what year is it from, dear?
I don't know.
What's it called again? Harry Potter...
The Prisoner of Azkaban.
What did I call it? Harry Potter...
Return of the King?
Harry Potter 3D? Let me know if you get these references down below in the comments. Okay, this movie was way too long. 2 hours, 21 minutes. These movies are all way too long.
Oh, yeah, spoilers, by the way. Because they have to rewind time.
Of course, we're going to spoil this. This movie currently has a 90% certified fresh rating and an 86% audience score, so it's rated pretty high.
Like
so,
all the Harry
is it
Potter
still
movies.
in the 80s?
80s? It's never been in the 80s.
I thought the first one was in the 80s.
No.
Didn't it say it was like 1986 or something?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, they didn't come out when I was in grade 6.
Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
Did you realize that this movie, this franchise, is all about sexual references? Because I've been watching these movies, and I've been paying attention,
It isn't.
and it's all about sexual references.
Oh my gosh.
Did you notice that?
It isn't.
Has anyone noticed this before?
It isn't.
Are you sure?
Would you stop it?
No, I'm serious.
They're good, fun stories. It's good, fun, family show to watch. However, it does get more serious with this one. Every one that goes on, it gets more for an
Does it get more serious, this one? Because there was no dead cats with their blood writing words on the wall.
Paying attention. It was petrified.
You still had the blood on the wall.
It wasn't dead.
Yeah, it was from the cat. I watched that movie.
No, it wasn't the cat's blood.
One of the bad things about this movie is we didn't get to see the haunted toilet. Because that was funny. We didn't get to see the haunted toilet at all. The ghost that haunts the toilet stall in the girls' washroom.
She's in another one.
Hopefully ghosts can't smell.
You only go to that bathroom if you're up to no good. Because nobody goes in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's only for a clandestine.
Is that why we didn't see it?
Yes.
So, you do realize they all got the wands, right? Here, where's my thing here? So they all got the wands, and I mentioned this last time. So they got the wands, and the wands are like dick metaphors.
No, they're not.
Okay?
Stop it! Stop it!
Listen, in the last one...
It's a very imaginative series. It has very interesting things happening and very interesting characters, and I really enjoy it. Stop ruining it.
I'm not trying to ruin it. This is what I got out of the movie.
You're ruining it.
So... the movie starts off, you correct me if I'm wrong, movie starts off and the kid is like 5 years older than the last movie. So
they made them one after the other.
They had a break, I guess, because he's 5 years, all of them are like 5 years older.
Not 5 years older, but they get older as the movies go on.
And he's back with his douchebag guardians that he lives with, his aunt and uncle. So he's got all these fat, ugly relatives. And he's in bed, under the sheets, playing with his wand. Okay? And he's trying to get white light to come out of it, but it's not working.
Stop it. I'm going to turn you off right now. Stop it. You want all your lightsabers.
And his uncle keeps coming in to try and catch him. And then he turns his aunt comes over and he turns her into like a floating balloon. I guess he fills her full of helium. And she just floats up and her brother, his uncle, tried to save him, and eventually he's like, I'm not dying for this. Sorry, I'd rather live down here. You gotta deal with your own stuff. So I guess she's dead, because they never really saw what happened to it.
They do say that they got her.
I missed that.
He doesn't pay attention in any
I
of
missed
these
that.
movies.
No,
He's not asking
I
me
watched this one really good. So they get into a big argument,
good.
and he's like, I'm leaving. So he takes his wand again, and his big giant suitcase.
And his owl? What is that a metaphor for?
I think what it was is that they got those animals at the end of the last one. I remember that, right?
They have them everyone. Every series, they've had the animals.
I thought they got them at the end of the last one after they defeated the giant snake.
No,
when did they get them?
Every one. You've not been paying attention.
I think the animals are a metaphor for puberty.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Anyway, the animals, they have to have a magic animal because they have to turn it into a teacup. Remember Ron turns his rat into a cup and it's got a tail hanging out?
If I'm wrong, why does Hermione have a cat?
You can have any kind of animal. Her parents are muggles. She can't go have a snake or nothing. Her parents wouldn't like that very much.
Yeah, but do you know why she always has a cat?
Because she has a cat. You have a cat?
You know, what does your mother...
You have a cat?
What does your mother call the cat?
Stop it right now, or I'm turning this off.
And she always has the cat.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Someone else has better have seen this, has probably seen this, because I know I'm right on this.
Stop it, about my poor Harry Potter. You're really
So Harry Potter's
it.
being stalked by this dog. It's like a were-dog.
It's an animagus.
Yeah, it's a were-dog.
No, it's not a were-dog. It's an animagus. They talk
but just before he gets attacked, because this is a really dangerous world, this phantom bus picks him up.
Yeah.
And apparently Harry Potter's never been on a bus before, because this bus is going super fast. You know what the first rule of being on a public bus is?
Hold the rail.
Hold the rail. Because he ends up he's lucky he didn't go through the windshield.
He doesn't go on a
few
bus
times.
normally. He lives out in the suburbs.
And they got beds there. How is that guy staying in the bed when they're constantly speeding like crazy and then stopping? And I guess, do they got magic brake pads on that thing too?
Yeah, they got magic everything.
Because you can't go that fast and then just stop and have brake pads left over. So they got magic brake pads. Lucky them.
Magic bus.
I guess they don't have any maintenance costs on the magic bus. It's the night bus, I think it is.
Yes.
So they take the magic bus.
He has issues with the bus.
And he gets off the bus, and
what happens? Any of this movie.
What happens after he gets off the bus?
He goes to meet his friends because school starts the next day.
Okay.
He knows why he leaves. He only leaves the last minute because he knows he's got a place to go. He doesn't just leave in the middle of the summer. He leaves. He gets fed up with them because he's going to school the next day.
He gets put on the train. He gets put on the Hogwarts Express.
Yeah.
And they're sitting in this cart.
You have to look that up.
And they're sitting in this cart, and Buddy's just got his cloak over him. They're like,
he's asleep. Haven't you been on a bus before and there's a person with a...
And they're like, hey guys, let's just have a conversation, okay? So they're kind of being rude. And then suddenly...
They are 13-year-old kids.
And then suddenly, apparently, the White Walkers show up because everything is frozen then.
Yeah.
And then the Grim Reaper shows up and he's like, I'm gonna... And it's like, so the Grim Reaper is giving him a kiss.
What are they called? Tess, what are they called?
I have no idea.
You didn't pay any attention to this movie.
So this Grim Reaper shows up and is trying to kiss Harry Potter to death, apparently. And then this guy who was just sleeping wakes up and he's like, I got my wand. And he takes care of it by shooting a lot of white light out of his wand, okay? Remember, we're talking about wands here.
Charm.
Yeah, apparently.
You are such a muggle. That's all I can say. You are such a muggle. He has no imagination, people.
So he can't even get to school safely without death stalking him.
No.
And it looks like the Grim Reaper. What?
Yeah. They're called Dementors.
Yeah, it's still a Grim Reaper,
they know
okay?
That
it's death.
The criminal it's all about the criminal, by the way. You wouldn't know what
Sirius Black.
Gregory has been talking about it. Yes.
Sirius Black.
He escapes from Azkaban, and they know his target is Harry Potter, so therefore
How do they know this?
Because that's why he's supposed to, because he survived.
He survived what?
Voldemort.
We don't see Voldemort in this movie.
No, because Sirius Black was charged with basically telling Voldemort where Harry Potter's family was so that they could all be killed. And that the idea is that Sirius Black is out to finish what he started and get rid of Harry Potter because Harry Potter is a big threat to Voldemort.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yes,
but he defeated that Riddle guy.
That was, again, that's still Voldemort, but he's still
with the
there.
giant snake. I watched it.
He's been trying different ways to come back to power, and Harry Potter keeps on stopping him. So the idea is you need to stop Harry Potter before Voldemort can come back to power.
So
that's the whole idea.
So these Dementors, which are Grim Reapers, there's a lot of them. They're patrolling around the school.
Yes.
But they keep trying to kill Harry Potter at the same time.
They're attracted to him because of all the misery that he's been through in his life. Where all the other kids haven't been through that much.
Family are real dicks to him.
They are.
And then
and he's an orphan. Neville is also an orphan who had the same experience, but the Dementors don't go after him.
His magic broomstick, okay? Which, I mean, come on.
The Dementors should have gone after Neville.
They have to have their British sports, so suddenly they're playing Quidditch in the rain and a thunderstorm. Well, why are they doing this?
Because obviously J.K. Rowling went to a school that when it was raining, they still had gym. And she's getting back at all of her old teachers, I think, for this one.
So apparently in this school, kids have to go outside and play in a thunderstorm. They still have to go in a gym. Which,
we did. We
anyway,
it
doesn't
raining.
go well for them. I didn't.
We
didn't
have a gym, so we had to go inside. There was no other place to put us.
So he gets his magic broomstick broken. So is that like a similar? Is that comparison because Ron had his broken wand?
His broomstick gets broken.
Last episode.
It's really a prized possession. It's like your skateboard if you're a skateboarder. Anyway, he does get a new one.
And then suddenly
Harry starts finding he has a family in this. He actually has a family.
Yeah, we know Ron has a family.
Not Ron.
So Harry Potter suddenly meets up with those two creepy ginger Ron twins there. And they're like, hey, here's this map. Where'd you get it? Hey, don't worry about it. And then suddenly they're gone. So now he's got this magic map that shows where people are.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's an interesting idea, but...
she has great ideas. I love the book, the monster book.
But apparently you need this map because when you walk down the halls, you have to walk down the halls, and it's pitch black.
You're not supposed to be out at night.
It has to be pitch black because the paintings are sleeping?
No.
Where were they? They can't... They don't got electricity
when
there?
You're at boarding school, you don't go walking the... It's like when you're in class at school. Yeah, you're not supposed to be in the halls unless you get a hall pass.
I understand that, but in terms of just... you gotta have emergency lighting. It can't be pitch black.
It's a castle.
This place is an OHS nightmare.
It is.
Anyway, because he's using his map and he runs into Alan Rickman, who has his own wand.
Yeah.
And holds him hostage with the big white light.
And what do you think of Alan Rickman? Is he scary?
No.
You don't think he's scary?
No. He's just kind of a dick.
He is a dick.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what Alan Rickman's doing in this movie besides being a dick, but he's
a dick in all the movies.
They keep having new teachers every semester, apparently. And
it's like a running gag.
You wouldn't like this one because there was a hippie wizard. Did you like her? She seemed like a real. She seemed like a dirty hippie.
She didn't like Hermione either.
Yeah, because Hermione just keeps appearing out of nowhere, and it's supposed to be this joke
that she calls it Huey.
That Ron keeps saying. It's like, I didn't see her come in. I'm like, who cares, buddy?
No one else seems to notice because he's got a thing for her. Did you not notice that? He doesn't pick it up.
Okay, so he's got a thing for Hermione. I don't know what happens.
Oh my goodness.
So
anyway, you're not telling people what happened in the movie. What happens is that...
what the hell happened? Then they go to see Hagrid. They go to see the village idiot there in his little hut there outside of the school, I guess. And you got his giant pumpkin patch. They always end up there, and then people end up coming. They have to like secretly leave. Didn't they do that in the last movie with the invisibility cloak?
Yeah.
Okay, their peeping Tom cloak, as they should call it.
Yeah, well, it belonged to Harry's father, because he was always up to no good.
So he's peeping on people all the time there. Jeez.
Yeah, no, something you're starting to see in this movie...
Telling you, see, it's all sexual references here. This J.K. Rowling is kind of a...
Something you're starting to see is, well, a lot of these people in the movie are the same age. And you're starting to see they were friends with Harry Potter's father.
Okay.
You're starting to see that. Mm-hmm. That there were certain cliques I don't know if you got that in the movie.
Yeah, there is. There's the different guilds that they're in there.
No, it's not just that. But you're starting to see people that were friends with his parents.
Who?
And people that weren't.
Harry sneaks into Hogsmeade. What was Hogsmeade?
The village. He's not allowed to go because his uncle won't sign the form.
Yeah, he sneaks in and
they
finds
go to
out
the
that
street
Black
lunch
is his
now.
godfather. Yeah, at the bar there?
Yeah, basically, okay, you're not helping the audience here. They haven't seen the movie. Basically, Harry Potter is told he has a godfather and that he's evil and that he's a murderer and that he actually betrayed Harry Potter's family to Voldemort, and that's how his family got killed. And he's told that this guy has now escaped from Azkaban. No one's ever escaped from Azkaban before, and they've hired these Dementors to guard the school.
So
Harry Potter, because they need to catch him.
So Azkaban is like Potter. Magic World Alcatraz?
Yeah. Hagrid was there in a previous.
Is it really bad? Is it like Arkham
it's
Asylum?
Really bad. You see more of it later on. It's really bad.
So it's Arkham Asylum.
It's
then.
guarded by those Dementors. Anyway,
or is it more like
he
the Phantom
escapes. Zone? He escapes, but the twist, which is something really interesting, is that all this time they have said it was Sirius Black that did it, but actually it wasn't. It was this other kid who was in their friend group called Peter, and he was the one that betrayed them to Voldemort, and he actually was not murdered by Sirius Black. That's why Sirius Black ended up in Azkaban. No, instead he turned into a rat and has been hiding in Ron's house.
Yeah, the rat that he has.
For 12 years.
So if they all got rats, if they all got animals, but he got a rat, did he originally get a rat, or did he get this rat man?
They said that it was passed on from his older brother. They've all had this rat as their pet.
And it's a dude.
They don't know that. They just think it's a rat. Rats only live like a couple of years. This
guy,
rat has lived like 12 years and no one ever thought about it.
This rat man, apparently, is like it's a reverse rat werewolf.
No,
okay?
It's not a werewolf.
So
it's
this guy, when the moon comes out, he turns into a dude.
No,
and the rest of the time he's a rat. Okay, so it's like a werewolf sort of, except in reverse. So did the rat get infected with this curse? So if people can become werewolves or like were-dogs apparently in this, does that mean the rats in this world can become were-people?
Oh yes,
and then they turn into a people when they turn into people when there's a full moon?
He was hiding this whole time, pretending to be this rat. He was hiding.
You sure?
Oh my god, I give up.
I'm pretty sure this is like a were-rat
so in the
something.
End, Harry Potter realizes that he actually does have some real family, but also, again, he's still having good relations with all the kids at school and realizing they're part of his family too, and his other family, because they're complete jerks. He can blow them up if he wants. Anyway, that's kind of, and Sirius Black says he can come and live with him, but he's still kind of in legal.
Yeah, Gary Oldman shows up out of nowhere. Meanwhile, Ares is like got his own dubious thing going on there, which is one of his professors.
He's
the werewolf.
Professor Lupin, right?
Yeah, he's the werewolf. Did he have anything to do with the creation of that were-rat?
It's not a were-rat. Come on. Okay. You're just not in the. You're just a muggle.
No, I'm watching this really good.
Anyway.
The rat gets away, and Ron gets picked up by this tree and thrown down a hole underneath
the
it.
Whomping Willow. We've seen it before. He already got his car stuck in it. It's a dangerous thing to have.
So what's the hole? Is that like the tree's butt?
It's a secret tunnel to this.
The secret tunnel, huh?
Shrieking shack. Yeah, shrieking shack. Why? What?
Wow.
Stop it.
This is for kids?
I don't know. You're just ruining it.
This is all sexual references.
It's not. It's not at all. You're just ruining it.
I'm telling you, that's what it is.
Anyway.
Has no one seen this before? I bet if I read the book.
You haven't read them. I have.
I'm going to write an essay on Reddit sometime about this. Just like I'm going to write another essay about my theory for Lord of the Rings.
Wait
it's all
till
Second
you watch
World War.
The next one gets really dark. really dark things start happening. There's dark enough things
Okay.
happening in this one, but
So,
Voldemort isn't in it.
in
But
the
next
end-
one, it gets really dark.
In the end, Harry Potter has to defeat all the Grim Reapers because there's like 50 of
They're
them.
called Dementors.
Okay, he defeats them
But he thinks
with his
it's
wand.
He thinks it's
Okay.
his father
He's-
that does it.
Yeah, he's got
which
his
is
wand.
sad.
He's got his wand. Yeah, it is sad. He's got his wand and he shoots a lot of bright white light at it, okay? And that's how he defeats the Grim Reapers.
It's important. Something.
So,
oh,
Yeah,
never
that's
mind.
not a
Something
reference to
important
anything there or a
is
metaphor for
apparently
anything.
Your Patronus.
And then they have, and
Oh,
that's
my
when they're
God, never
going
mind.
back in time. So apparently
Never
these
mind.
kids can just go back in time and change.
Yeah,
They can
because
just time travel as much as they want.
they gave it to Hermione so she could take all the courses that she wanted to take. Because she wants
Yeah.
to take all the courses possible. Because she's a real keener.
That's why she keeps showing up out of nowhere.
Yes, now you get it.
But she'd
Did
still
you not
get-
get that?
She's,
when you
yeah,
watched
well, I did get that, but she's also would get really tired. What is she just on?
That's the way she is. She's a keener.
You still only so much energy in the day. You still gotta sleep. You
Not
still
when
gotta
you're a
eat.
keener. I like taking all the subjects I could take too. I hate it when they said I had to take a study break. I didn't like that at all. Anyway.
Anyway, Hermione uses more of her magic in this one, which I think is just a metaphor for sexual power.
Oh my God! Stop
Because she didn't do
it!
much in the first two,
Stop
and Ron
it.
was the one with his
She's the
broken
brains.
wand last time.
She's the brains behind it all.
Okay.
Anyway, Ron's the brave one, sort of. He's like the loyal follower, and Harry's got to do all the heavy lifting, and Hermione's like the brains.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, it's an enjoyable movie. It's fun. I'm sure listening to Gregory talk about it, you'd never want to watch it in a million years. Anyway, I love the movie. I think it's great.
Maybe because you watched this when you were younger, you didn't see
Didn't.
all this
I
stuff, and now
wasn't-
I think you're just refusing to see what's kind of right
I
there
was
on
like
the screen.
30 or something when I watched it.
Yeah, but yeah, back to your time of innocence there.
Yeah.
I mean, this has got some
When did it come out anyway? I
some
don't
pretty
even remember.
adult metaphors in
I
this.
don't even remember when it
I
came
think
out.
it came out in 2004. Yeah.
There you
Which
go.
apparently is 5 years later. I did like Ron's mullet. He's got an 80s mullet. I'm pretty sure this is in the 80s for some reason. I don't know why. And there's all these... we see a lot of these paintings in this one.
I was
and-
30 when it came
and
out.
I
was
did-
right.
Okay, we've moved on from that now, okay? There's all these paintings and stuff, and then one gets ripped up, and...
It's just fun. It's
Eh.
just fun things in the castle. Don't you get it? They go to school in a big haunted castle.
I didn't find
It's fun.
the talking paintings that were that much alive. I found that more annoying than fun. That can be a fun joke, but they overdid it, and I found it annoying. So that was just me. If you enjoy it, I mean, yeah, go ahead and enjoy it. That's why I didn't interrupt when you were watching this movie there.
You
So-
kept asking me what's happening. Anyway.
Yeah, they don't do a good job of explaining things here.
I'm not paying
Well,
attention.
No, they do explain it. That's one of the problems in these things. That's why it's so long. Show, don't tell. Instead, they're just, I'm going to tell you this
Anyway.
information. Well, I missed that because I was still paying
It's a
attention
fabulous
to.
movie.
I was still
give it-
shocked by all the white light coming out of the wands all the time there.
I give it
And I
a
was
94.
like, what's going on here?
I like it. 94. What do you give it?
I had a fun
Mr.
time
Grumpy
with
Guts.
this, but it didn't make much sense. And I don't think
I
this
don't think you
content matter
understood
should
it.
be in children's movies, so I'm going to give it a worst movie ever.
Oh, yeah. You're going to give it a worst movie ever before you even watched
No,
it.
this one's better. This one's better. I'm going to... Okay, in terms of ranking, I'll put this one, then I'll put number 3. So Harry Potter, what did we call it again? Harry Potter
Stone,
3D.
Or the Sorcerer's
Okay,
Stone.
then I'm going to have Harry Potter 2 Electric Boogaloo. And then I'm going to go back to Harry Potter number
I
1.
got all the books,
original, one
You
and
should-
done.
You should read them. Anyway.
You really want me to dissect those books for you?
No,
I bet I could find a lot of metaphor and symbolism
oh my gosh,
in it.
Stop ruining Harry Potter, please.
I'm not ruining it. If
Okay.
anything, I'm making this better.
Yeah, I think we should watch it separately.
No,
Anyway,
we're gonna keep watch. We're gonna watch the next one. That's my thoughts on it. Did you have any more thoughts about this?
I like the movie. It's a good movie. It's fun. It's Harry Potter. Don't be a muggle. Goodbye. That's what I have to say about it.
I don't know.
You're You're frustrating me.
I didn't really care for that old guy who's just walking around the school in his pajamas all the time. Looks like a confused old man. And the teachers in this never do anything. They always leave it up to the kids. Like, these are the laziest faculty ever. It's like, so the old guy, Father Time there, what's his name? Dumbledore, yeah. So he's just walking around in his pajamas while there's all these children around. That's kind of inappropriate. And then there's the old teacher witch lady from Downton Abbey, the Countess or something. She didn't do anything in this. She's barely in this. And then they got the teacher there, Aries there, David Lewis. Am I pronouncing that right? He does a little bit, and then Gary Oldman's being Gary Oldman. And then they do the same kind of bit with the Hagrid guy. They're like, oh, we're in Hagrid's place, but we gotta hide because people are coming. Apparently everyone's always visiting this guy at the same time. That's kind of getting old there. So,
anyway.
Yeah, could have worked on the story a bit better, and I don't like all the metaphors all the time.
Fabulous.
So I did find some of them funny, though. Christine enjoyed it. You gave it best movie ever? Okay, I gave it worst movie ever. What are your thoughts on Harry Potter 3 Return of the King? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. Is this a great movie? Do you not like it?
It's a great movie.
Okay. The more I watch this, I'm like, this is magic fantasy for children at the time, because also Lord of the Rings was coming out at the time, and the magic is very subtle and deals with a lot of adult themes, where this is like, no, this is for kids, but is it really? I'm finding reasons why this shouldn't be for kids. Let us know your thoughts on Harry Potter 3D, and we'll read them out on a future episode. Take care.